Hey there, everybody. Steve the Baxman Baxley with you. Welcome to this rather unusual edition of Sports Final. We are only going to be on for about 35 minutes because my mom's got an appointment tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So sleep will be the key thing. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. We want to hit as much as we can in the time that we are going for here. So we'll probably end at 12:46. Okay, so here we go. So Matthew Stafford is going to the Rams. They weren't the only ones seriously interested in getting Matthew Stafford. The LA Rams reportedly agreed on Saturday to pay a premium to acquire Matthew Stafford from the Detroit Lions, but at least three other teams were prepared to do the same, hours after reports indicated that several others sought to trade for the 12-year veteran. Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network reported that at least three clubs actually made offers for Stafford, and every one of them included a first-round draft pick plus more. Those, as Rappaport said, were the Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, and the Carolina Panthers. In total, according to Rappaport, the Lions had more than 6 formal trade offers for Stafford, who was the number one pick in the 2009 NFL Draft. But Chicago, Carolina, and Denver were a handful of teams outside of the Rams who made the most aggressive plays for the veteran QB. The Indianapolis Colts, San Francisco 49ers, and Washington were also in the mix, as Peter King of NBC Sports reported previously, but may or may not have offered first-round picks for Stafford. Now, while Stafford's now locked into Los Angeles, where he represents a clear upgrade over fellow former number one pick and new Lions quarterback Jared Goff, the fact that the Bears, Broncos, and Panthers reportedly all made legitimate attempts to acquire him speak to their respective desires for new signal callers. Chicago's former first-rounder Mitchell Trubisky is set to hit free agency in March. In 2020 acquisition, Nick Foles appears destined for an expensive backup role. The Broncos have publicly supported former second-rounder Drew Lock through its 2020 decline and seemingly reignited the team's hunt for a long-term answer. And the Panthers, despite signing Teddy Bridgewater to a lucrative 3-year deal prior to 2020, have openly hinted at seeing a more reliable or higher upside replacement this offseason. So, and by the way, who were the winners and losers after Lions struck the deal? Well, for a brief moment, the Detroit Lions and LA Rams made everyone of Kansas City and Tampa forget there's still a Super Bowl to be played. Agreeing to terms on a blockbuster deal to kick off the 2021 offseason. Former number one overall pick Matt Stafford is headed to the West Coast after 12 years in the Motor City. And another former number one, the much maligned Jared Goff, is headed to Detroit to replace him. Now, the terms of the trade: LA gets Stafford, a clear upgrade at quarterback ahead of an obvious bid for an immediate title run, in exchange for Goff, a 2022 first-round pick, 2023 first-rounder, as well as a 2021 third-rounder. Who won? Well, Matthew Stafford. He wouldn't have played good soldier for more than a decade in Detroit if he didn't appreciate the chance to lead the Lions. But this was past due. The Lions are about to rebuild again. Plus, this isn't just any old change of scenery. Stafford now gets to call sunny California his home, with Sean McVay as his head coach and all kinds of promising weapons around him, not to mention a very stout defense. His shot to make a true postseason impact should come sooner rather than later. How about Sean McVay? He was a winner. Instead of the Rams here, because LA as a whole still has to reckon with the fact that it might never make a first-round pick again. Hyperbole, maybe. But the way Les Snead operates, who knows? It also has to reckon with the fact that Stafford, while a clear and obvious upgrade over Goff, has rarely been a consistently great quarterback. He's good, no doubt. And the Rams supporting cast should bring out the best in, but we're not talking about a top 5 or top 8 option here. Still, if you're McVay, you have every reason to do jumping jacks. Goff has been a skittish, immobile starter way more than people realize. Stafford lets it rip and guts it out. If everything rolls in LA's favor, there's going to be a nice little playoff run next season. Now, the Houston Texans. You're saying, what? Well, don't mistake this for something it's not. The Texans are a mess. And more importantly, the Stafford compensation should not be a referendum on the expected trade value of Deshaun Watson. The Rams giving up 3 picks, including 2 firsts for Stafford, was as much, if not more, about unloading Goff's $134 million of dead weight as a contract than upgrading under center. All that said, this deal is out there now, and the optics, representative of Stafford's actual value or not, will almost certainly benefit Houston if it's indeed listening to offers for Watson. Put it this way. No one calling about Watson can prove that the Rams dumped so much in the Stafford trade in order to offload Goff. They can argue otherwise, and rightfully so. But the reality is the value of erasing Goff's contract and the value of Stafford on his own can't be fully detangled. That means if the Texans are smart, and there's a big if on that, they'll likely be able to milk it just a little bit more for Watson in a prospective trade at this point. Probably taking 3, if not maybe 4 first rounders. That's just for a starting point. How about the Lions? Getting Goff, let's just say, isn't exactly the thing you want to start your offseason with, but he's not a nobody at QB, and his arrival shouldn't stop Detroit from considering a QB early in the draft anyway. And then there's the pick haul for Stafford, who wasn't going to be around for a competitive window anyway. 2 firsts and a third to deal with Goff's salary for the short term. Easy call. The Lions still have to hit on those picks to turn it around. And as we've seen with other clubs like the Raiders, it's easier said than done. They're at least coming away with full pockets. Your losers, Jared Goff. Well, if he can make it work under the warm glow of his home state Cali skies and the innovative tutelage of McVay, just wait until he walks into chilly Motor City to play for Dan Campbell. It'll be kind of fun to see him suited up in Honolulu blue, but even that sight might not last more than a few weeks. If he's going to be playing alongside an overhauled long-term project of a roster, unless he gets dealt again with Detroit simply serving as a mediator to absorb his big money, Goff's in big trouble. Now, the Colts have no shortage of QBs to target in the wake of Phil Rivers' retirement. None was a better short and potentially long-term fit than Stafford. Indy is built to win now, had more than enough cap space to handle, even renegotiate Stafford's deal, and isn't in a great spot to add one of this year's top rookie quarterbacks. Getting Stafford would have been their cleanest path to contending again in 2021. But now that Stafford is off the table, they got problems. Who's going to replace Philip Rivers? We'll just have to wait and see. And San Francisco 49ers. Like the Colts, they would have really benefited from plugging Stafford into their playoff caliber system. They also got a better plan B in that their 12th overall pick in the draft could still net them either a top quarterback prospect or serve as a big asset in the move up for Jimmy Garoppolo replacement. Maybe Sam Darnold's an option here, and maybe, just maybe, if the Patriots don't come calling, Garoppolo is as well. But Stafford, that felt like a nice fit for Kyle Shanahan. Now, it's all over. Okay, let's keep going. And we got baseball for you. And it looks like Major League Baseball may be ready to delay the season again. Although COVID-19 pandemic continues unchecked throughout the United States, spring training is scheduled to open in a little more than 2 weeks. Major League Baseball hopes to delay the start of the 2021 season, but cannot do so unilaterally. So as of right now, spring training opening day, they're on schedule. Now that could soon Sports' Tim Brown reports Major League Baseball has recently proposed framework for a delayed 154-game season to the Major League Baseball Players Association. The key details are as follows: 154-game season with full pay for players. Season delayed 1 month and extended 1 week, and that fun-loving expanded postseason. Now, spring training would begin March 28th, according to Buster Olney of ESPN, and opening day would be moved back to April 28th, Jared Diamond of the Wall Street Journal reports. And the expanded postseason would include 14 teams, not like 16 in last season at the bubble. Delaying the season a month and extending the season a week suggests there would be doubleheaders scheduled throughout the season, even with 8 games being chopped off the schedule. Presumably, the universal DH, 7th inning doubleheaders, and extra inning tiebreakers are included in the baseball proposal. Brown said the Players Union is mulling over MLB's proposal, and it should be noted that they recently rejected an offer that would have given them the universal DH in exchange for an expanded postseason. The new 154-game season proposal is essentially the same offer, only with 8 fewer games and a delayed start. Baseball's proposal seems reasonable enough on the surface, though the Players Association will not be getting anything nearly as valuable as the expanded postseason is to the owners. An expanded postseason equals tens of millions in additional revenue to baseball. The union is already entitled to full pay for 2021. We're not getting much out of this. As much as delaying the season would make sense for health and safety reasons, it comes down to 5 letters: money. Major League Baseball wants to play as many games as possible with fans in the stands, and delaying the season would help it do that now that vaccination distribution has begun. The Players Association wants full pay regardless of season length. Spring training camps are scheduled to open in mid-February, and Cactus League and Grapefruit League play will begin February 27th. The regular season opener is scheduled for April 1st. Good luck. We're all going to need it. Okay. Let's get to the scoreboard and let's do it with class and style. Let's take you to college basketball and make it hip. So here we go. Final scores, we got them for you. Tulane defeated Temple 81-64. Hofstra defeated UNC Wilmington 89-83. William & Mary down Townsend 76-74. 13th ranked Ohio State defeated Michigan 79-62. 6th ranked Houston, a 70-48 winner over SMU. Other scores in overtime: New Hampshire over Binghamton 71-65. Delaware 75-70 winner over Elon. New Jersey Tech 69-65 over UMBC. Stony Brook 63-49 over Hartford. Bucknell 92-68 Lehigh. James Madison 73-64 over Drexel. Mount St. Mary over Sacred Heart 76-64. Eastern Washington a 68-60 winner over Sacramento State. Drake over Illinois State in overtime 78-76. Middle Tennessee, they lost to UAB 63-52. Siena over Marist 63-50. Loyola Chicago over Missouri State 72-46. St. John's over Marquette 75-73. Coastal Carolina 85-77 winner over St. Francis, Pennsylvania. Stephen F. Austin 78-68 winner over Sam Houston State. North Texas 79-53 winner over Rice. North Carolina A&T over Florida A&M 67-65. Evansville over Valparaiso 78-53. FDU over Bryant 95-84. Indiana State over Bradley 60-57. Colgate over Holy Cross 78-60. Southern Illinois over Northern Iowa 71-68. Syracuse over North Carolina State 76-73. UC Riverside over UC San Diego 71-59. Rutgers over Northwestern 64-56. Washington State over Washington, 77-62. Nevada over UNLV, 89-60. Games are postponed and or canceled. Navy and Loyola Maryland, Quinnipiac and Canisius, Colgate and Army West Point, Morgan State and Trumpet State, University of Mass Lowell and Albany, American and Lafayette, Merrimack and Wagner, Delaware State, Norfolk State, Holy Cross, Boston U, and Fordham and VCU were postponed, while Northern Arizona and Northern Colorado were canceled all together. And that is it for college basketball. For the men, we got basketball of the other sort. It's time for the NBA. Let's give you the NBA words, shall we? And they're all final scores. Let's carry them. By the way, our scoreboard, always presented by William Hill Sportsbook. Bet on yourself. And remember, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7177, 1-800-270-7177. Los Angeles Clippers over the New York Knicks, 129-115. Denver Nuggets over the Utah Jazz, 128-117. Toronto Raptors over the Orlando Magic, 115-102. Washington Wizards over the Brooklyn Nets, 149-146. 76ers of Philadelphia over the Indiana Pacers, 119-110. Timberwolves over the Cavs, 109-104. And there's that on that side. Let's go now to National Hockey League. Then we'll wrap things up with the remaining headlines and a few of the other things in sports. I want to say hello to all my friends on Facebook, Gab Social, Minds, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, we got the NHL scores, and we are speeding along. New Jersey Devils over the Buffalo Sabres, 5-3. Wood, McLeod for New Jersey. Wood, 2 goals, 1 assist. McLeod, 2 goals for New Jersey. And Ristolainen for Buffalo, 1 goal and 1 assist. Carolina Hurricanes over the Dallas Stars in a shootout, 4-3. Stahl for Carolina, 1 goal, 1 assist. Niederreiter for Carolina, 1 goal, and Pesky for Carolina, 1 assist. Florida Panthers beat up on the Detroit Red Wings, 3-2. Verhaeghe for Florida, 1 goal. Dreiger for Florida, 32 saves, and also for Florida. And Mantha for Detroit, 1 goal. In overtime, Philadelphia Flyers over New York Islanders, 4-3. Farabee for Philadelphia, 3 goals. Van Remzik, Philadelphia, 3 assists. And Hayes for Philadelphia, 1 goal. Blackhawks over the Blue Jackets, 3-1. Lankinen for Chicago, 32 saves. Kane for Chicago, 1 goal. And Kurizov for Chicago, 1 goal, 1 assist. Wild beat the Avalanche in overtime, 4-3. Broden for Minnesota, 1 goal. Rask for Minnesota, 2 goals. And Maker for Colorado, 1 goal. St. Louis Blues over the not-so-mighty Ducks, 4-1. Shane for St. Louis, 2 goals. Husso for St. Louis, 25 saves. And Rackle for Anaheim. Got their 3 stars. Edmonton Oilers over the Ottawa Senators by a score of 8-5. McDavid for Edmonton, 1 goal, 4 assists. Draisaitl for Edmonton, 6 assists. And Neal for Edmonton, 2 goals. And that is a look and a feel of the NHL and scoreboard. There you go. It is 12:25 right now. By the way, Nick Rekieta has a special live broadcast tonight. It has already started 25 minutes ago. If you folks would love to watch it, it comes up after this show. It's already started at midnight, so you won't be missing much. By the way, one of the places that was a no-no for Matthew Stafford, he didn't want to be traded to the Patriots. There you go. Okay. We go now to our other scoreboard. We're giving you Well, we're giving you some love when it comes to soccer. That's right. Let's use some soccer from last night. We go to Premier League. Chelsea over Burnley 2-0. Leeds United over Leicester City 3-1. That self-same score. Liverpool beat West Ham United 3-1. And Brighton and Hove Albion over Tottenham Hotspur 1-0. In the FA Women's Super League, it was Chelsea women over the Tottenham Hotspur women 4-0. Aston Villa women and Arsenal women, their game was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. Manchester City women 4, West Ham United women 0. Manchester United women 2, Everton women 0. Scottish Women Premier League and the FA Women's National League Northern Premier and Southern Premier were all postponed. FA Women's Championship, Charlton Athletic Women and Blackburn Ladies tied at 1. In Spanish La Liga action, Getafe and Alves tied at 0. Atletico Madrid over Cadiz 4-2. Granada and Celta Vigo ended in a 0-0 tie. Barcelona defeated Athletic Bilbao 2-1. In the Bundesliga, it was Freiburg 0. In Italia Series A, Udinese over Spezia 1-0. Lazio over Atalanta 3-1. Cagliari and Sassuolo tied at 1. Genoa 3-0 winner over Crotone. Napoli 2-0 winner over Parma. Roma 3-1 winner over Hellas Verona. In French League One, Nice lost to Saint-Étienne 1-0. Angers over Nimes 3-1. Metz over Brest 4-2. Lorient a 3-2 winner over Paris Saint-Germain. Reims a 1-0 winner over Strasbourg. Lille over Dijon 1-0. Monaco over Nantes 2-1. In the Australian A-League, it was Wellington Phoenix over Central Coast Mariners 2-1. Perth Glory over Melbourne City FC 3-1. In the Austrian Bundesliga, Austria Vienna and Schwarzkowski Tirol tied at 2. Pellets 2-0 winner over St. Polten. Rapid Vienna over Lask 2-1. Belgium First Division A, Club Brugge defeated Standard League 3-1. Waregem over Oostende 2-0. Anderlecht and Ghent tied at 0. Trudenies over Cercle Bruges 3-0. Brazilian Series A, Atletico Goianiense over Sao Paulo 2-1. Atletico Paranaense 2-0 winner over Ceará. Cortibia and Grêmio tied at 1. Vasco da Gama and Bahia ended in a 0-0 tie. Atletico Mineiro defeated Fortaleza 2-0. International now over Red Bull Bragantino 2-1. Fluminense over Goiás 3-0. And in the Dutch, Twente and Heerenveen tied at 0. Fjord over Eindhoven 3-1. Willem over Emmenum 2-0. Den Haag and Sparta Rotterdam tied at 1. Ajax a 3-0 winner over Alkmaar. In the Greek Super League, it was Athens over OFI 2-0. Salonika defeated Pentelikos 5-0. Atrimoios Athens over Giannia 1-0. Olympiacos, a 3-1 winner over Apollon Smyrnis. Portugal, you got Vitória Guimarães over Marítimo 1-0. In the Swiss Super League, Lugano over Basel. Actually, they ended in 2-2 tie. Serviette Lausanne 1-1 tie. Young Boys over Sion 2-1. And the Turkish Super League, it was Erzurumspor 1-0 winner over Ankara. Alanyaspor over Sivasspor 3-1. Denizlispor over Goteps 2-1. Antalyaspor over Glencoe 1-0. Trabzonspor 2-1 winner over Besiktas. And there's your soccer. And it is 12:30 in the AM, and we're going to end it right there. We want to thank you very much for tuning in. We got about 9 minutes, and we are going to go off the air a little early because, once again, got a little appointment for parents, and I have to be there. We have to be there by about 9 in the morning. So we are going to say our goodnights early, and we'll have the regular show tomorrow at 11:35. And until then, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. Blessings. Good night. Good morning. Be good to one another, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow night at 11:35 Eastern Time. Till then, this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions for the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, and good night.
Hey, you're off. What doctor have I got to go see?